we are creating the AR broadcast overlays for the closing ceremony of the Dubai Expo. That involves us doing the AR content itself, but we're also providing the full technical solution, the hardware, as well as the on-site installation.
The reason we wanted augmented reality on the closing ceremony was to give us a level of nuance and magic that you can't create practically live and give the viewers at home a really special experience. So we were able to enhance live and really make it a fantastic broadcast.
So we started working with Expo and the Wasl Dome already back in 2019, when we were commissioned to create the content pipelines for the projection content onto this dome. Now, this is the world's largest projection installation. That involved a lot of visual engineering, technical analytics, and eventually that sort of resulted in this content workflow that everyone's using today to create content for the dome.
Real-time content, as it entails, is rendered on the fly, it's real. It's not a pre-baked piece of content. It has to have render on the machine in real time when the tracking data comes in. Creatively, we all can make a cloud look really good, but it's a question of can it render at 50 frames a second at 4K. So what we do is we go through all the creative needs and then we challenge ourselves to find different ways to solve those problems. So anything from a star system, particle system, fluid system, cloud system, they're all different challenges and there's at least 3 or 4 different ways to render each one. Once we come to the optimal solution, we then focus in on the creative and why we would use particular things like what color is it, what parameters do we need to expose, do we need it to move in a certain way, and then once you have that, you start to have a visual that you can then timeline.
We're tracking 6 different cameras in this show this year. We've got 2 on Jimmy Jibs, we've got 2 flying in the roof, they're XD motion. We've got 1 on a straight line 9-meter track, and also we've got a static hothead sitting in the top of one of the archways. This is all being captured at 4K 50 Hz, going into our system, and then we're applying real-time content over the top at 4K 50 Hz with a bit of overscan to then send out to the main broadcast unit to then broadcast the world.
So we build 3D environments, which is being rendered inside Notch, and we make sure that we're rendering this scene from exactly the same point of view as the physical camera. That results in an image which we overlay on the broadcast feed, and the result of that is that it appears that we're blending this virtual content into the real world.
So I think what I have enjoyed most about the journey that we've had with Expo over this time period is just understanding how agile we have become as a team, understanding how to navigate the questions of a broadcast director who is working with 22 cameras. And I think that's what's really interesting about AR is it's actually quite new. It's quite a new thing to be integrating into live broadcasts. So we really have to provide a bit of leadership around how it can best be shot to really optimize that experience for the broadcast viewer.
My experience working with Bild was fantastic. And I gotta say, it not just me, but my team. I heard nothing but positive reactions. I call our team an ensemble. We all jump around and dance and get into everyone's business and make everything great. And the team at Bild, they embraced that. You guys took on every note, every creative feedback. You responded positively. Everyone was committed to making the show fantastic. And at the end of the day, that's what we promised our client, Expo 2020, and the people of Dubai, and you guys just jumped right in there with us and help us do some real magic in AR and for the ceremony as a whole.